Honorable mention real quick. You guys got somebody left off the list but wanted to put on. You could let
Yeah.
show them some love.
We can go in order then.
I have like a couple honorable mentions. Can I mention them?
Don't mention like two. We don't a
Yeah,
couple.
two.
Yeah,
Two,
don't read the whole fucking player pool. I
I
guess.
got you, gang, I got you, gang. Honorable mentions are gonna be Klay Thompson and CJ McCollum.
Okay.
Mm.
I didn't have them as honorable mentions.
They on your list?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I just didn't consider them
My
at all.
honorable mention is Jalen Green, just for Gabe.
Jalen Green.
My honorable mention is Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh. Mine is gonna be controversial. I have DeJounte Murray as my honorable mention.
I like it.
He's gonna
He's going over this mic.
I mean, I have honorable. I was either gonna put Maxi or Hero.
Yeah, I put Maxey
Yeah,
on.
like-
Hero would have been good.
Because my 9, 10, and honorable are pretty interchangeable, but this is just what
Yeah, we'll
I.
see about
too.
that.
This is
agree
what
with
I
that.
settled
We'll
on.
see who you got over DeJounte here. I really am curious to that because he's
Okay,
definitely
yeah.
on my list and he's not even 10. So
Oh, interesting.
Man, why'd you say that?
Okay, well, my 10. Well, I'll
Yeah,
go.
sorry,
Sorry, my
Start your 10. Start your
my 10
10.
is DeJounte Murray.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, the boy's nice. I don't know what more you can say. He averages like 20, like 5 and 5. He's all around good player, good defender.
Uh-huh.
You know, and he's mad young. Still got a whole lot of improvement in store. So
Okay.
I think he's. I mean, I feel like he's obviously better than Maxi and Hero. You know, like
Facts.
just off
Yeah.
of what he's done so far, and he does more. He already averages 20 and does more around like the rest of the court than those two do. So I feel like he deserves it over them. So,
My guy, I put Tyler Hero on that at number 10 because I do think they're a similar-ish tier, but
Well, you got Tyler here over DeJounte Murray.
yes, I do, but
Yeah,
as
that's
very close. Very close.
That's
very
not.
close.
That's not.
Say
That's not
what?
Very close,
terrible.
very close,
How
very
is
close.
this terrible?
Very close.
Let him
I
get,
think-
it is terrible, but
It's
let
not
him get
terrible.
Let him
Get-
get, let him get
let him
his
get-
reason.
But he's right.
I want to say. I think Tyler Hero is a much better scorer than DeJounte Murray, and when DeJounte Murray is the best player on your team, I think that he can only be on on the Spurs type of caliber kind of team. Because with the way I watched him a lot this season, like he's very good at accumulating stats but not winning games. Especially even with the Hawks, him and Trae Young don't really mesh that well, and they don't really win that well either. I think he's a much better passer and he is a better defender than Tyler Hero, but I think Hero just kind of ekes it out just a little bit in my opinion. Just because I think he could be that like 30-point per game kind of guy if you need him to be, and I don't think DeJounte can be that.
I don't think Tyler will ever be better.
W
than,
mans.
Yeah.
Third option.
Because Tyler is like,
What?
all Tyler can do is score.
That's
He can
the-
rebound pretty well too, and his assists are in like, or passing.
He's actually a
DeJounte's
very good
better
rebounder.
at both of those
overall.
things.
Yeah, he is better
Yeah,
than
DeJounte's better overall. He
And I
plays
also
better
think he's a
defense.
better scorer because DeJounte averaged 21 points last
On
season.
bad, yeah, but
And,
Yeah, it was like
on,
20
on,
Tyler's
on,
never averaged
on
20.
teams without scorers though. That's
Isn't
the
he the
issue.
number 2?
But
DeJounte's
he also
the
said
number
he
two?
also said that
Same as Tyler.
DeJounte if he's leading your team, like you're not gonna get far. But it's like Tyler Hero will never lead a team anyway.
I don't
either.
think that's. I don't think he can do either.
Those
Yeah,
players
those-
are not the caliber of player to lead
I don't
a
think
team.
they are
Yeah,
either.
but it's like
I
you can't
think-
use that against DeJounte. If that,
not. I'm
no, I'm
saying
saying
that's
he,
why-
he pointed that
what
out.
I'm saying is
He
I
said
think
they're in
Tyler
the
Hero
same
can take on a more of as a first option than DeJounte Murray
Yeah,
for a scoring load.
I don't agree with that statement.
That's
either.
just my opinion.
I think DeJounte's better in every aspect besides shooting the basketball. I'd
Yeah,
say, right?
literally.
Yeah.
Besides like shooting and mid-range scoring, I think DeJounte clears comfortably in every category.
I'd pick
Yeah,
Tyler
that
to be honest.
Why?
Because they're in my head they're the same relatively same caliber like tier of player as we're deciding. So when we're like saying one's clearly
Why
better,
do you think they're
I
the
think
same caliber?
yeah.
So like these guys are both in my head 2 to 3 guys. They're not number 1 in my opinion, right? As a
Okay,
number 1
that's-
option.
that's fair, yeah.
So what Tyler Hero provides in his offensive game that I think he can achieve going into like next year, the next 3 years, 4 years, whatever. I don't think DeJounte's gonna hit that, which is fine because DeJounte.
Hey, what's that level?
I think
like
Tyler
all-star?
could like average consistent 25 plus comfortably, like soon. Because obviously he's not like there's Jimmy there,
You
there's
think
Bam.
he's gonna average 25 points per
He
game?
could. I'm saying he could. I don't think DeJounte could.
Let me ask you
again.
Do you even think he's gonna be on the Heat this next season?
See, that's the problem. That because you have to. I'm not gonna think about team construction too much because he might leave or he might stay. But given the chance, Tyler Hero can give you 25 plus a night. Given the chance, I think DeJounte's
well,
gonna
you
give you
think
the.
he can? We don't know that. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I
Obviously,
mean,
I don't
if
know for
Hero's
sure.
on the
But
Trailblazers, I think he's definitely getting to that.
He's not even starting on
Around
the
that.
Trailblazers.
Over Simon? They're not going to
know.
bench him if they're.
No, I think he would start.
He'd
I
start
think
over
Scoot
Simons.
and Sharp would start over him.
No,
Sharp is not.
I feel like they would
Shaden
just
Sharp
start.
is not.
Shaden Sharp has more potential than Tyler.
You're not going to
But
start.
right-
You're not going to
as of
start.
right now, Tyler Hero's getting the spot.
But if you trade Dame there, you're gonna plan for the future. I would give those minutes to Shaden Sharp, trying to.
Tyler Hero's only like
develop
20.
But you're gonna play Tyler Hero. Tyler's a great player.
Yeah,
Tyler Hero's young
it's not like
too.
But he's
36.
come off the bench before. He won a six man of the year. Having him come off the bench is nothing new.
Think about it like this.
That was a cheat. That was a fake six man of the year, though.
Think
Hey,
about it like
don't go to Portland,
Bez, think
bro.
about
That
it like
dude plays
this.
like
Think about it
36
like this.
minutes a
People
night.
like what Tyler Hero has done so far in the season, and to even put him as like a borderline 10 to 14 top shooting guard, he's gonna get minutes.
I mean, he is a borderline top 10, but I just don't think he's better than DeJounte.
But that's why we're having the argument. That's why we're
That's
having
why,
the argument.
that's why I
can
said
see your
my
point,
9,
you know
10,
what I
and
mean?
honorable were interchangeable for me. I just like.
I think
there's-
these players are
there's-
close.
There's
Like-
certain things I liked more.
Even if you
That was
say
it.
like offensively they're similar, defensively it's like they're different by a mile, and that's why you should choose.
I don't. DeJounte's not a lockdown defender. He won't take like the best player and stop
won't
them
take
from
the best
completely.
player.
He's a very good.
an all defensive team.
I know, but he's a
player.
very very good.
But
Steal.
that's one of the top.
Like that's
10
what I'm saying.
best
He's very
defenders in
good
the
at
league.
stealing the ball, and he's very good at reading.
Too, like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, let me say my thing. He's very good at stealing the ball. And he's very good at reading passing lanes, but he's not going to be like the Kawhi, the Giannis, where it's like the best player. This guy stop him. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
also
But you're
disagree
saying his
with that.
defense is on that.
Defensively.
You were implying that his defense is that good.
It is. I mean,
Tyler
he
Hero,
made it all defensive.
Yeah,
team.
but-
I think
He
it's
is or
second
he's
too,
not.
but he's compared to Tyler Hero gets
Okay,
on defense. This guy's a premier defender.
That's like saying someone who's really good on defense compared to like near God level, and saying someone who's not as much. You can say that about anyone.
Wait, what?
But I mean,
So you're saying
Tyler Hero's not-
you're saying DeJounte's defense is like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, right?
Okay.
Compared to someone's like a 6 or 5 out of 10 defensively.
Tyler's not a 6. He's literally a 3.
Yeah, I'd say three.
I don't think he's a Travis.
like a
he's
5
not
or
Duncan
6,
Robinson. Like
Three is
He's
crazy.
bad.
He's not
Three
a
is
tra-
crazy.
He's like
a
a
tier above
traffic cone.
Duncan Robinson.
Three
is crazy.
Yeah, he's not a traffic cone. Like they don't have to hide him on defense. Like
You see
it's
what
not that
LeBron
bad.
did
But they
on the
pick
fast
on.
break?
Like, what do you think?
But they pick on.
What do you
him.
think Curry's number is then on defense? Like a 3?
We never said Curry's a great defender. either.
Exactly. I'm
He's a
saying,
good
what do you want to
defender,
rank
though.
it? What do you want to rank it?
He's higher than Tyler.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is a better
Okay.
He's a
defender.
better defender, Tyler.
I don't know what to say.
He gets
Like,
hunted
just-
because of his size.
I
I think Tyler is
But it's a rank,
not
rank,
not
rank.
not
Weak too in the post.
not
he gets
terrible,
hurt.
but not
Put a number on
not
it.
good.
Okay, is DeJounte Omari a better defender?
He is a better defender,
on
but
a
I'm just
different level
but I
defender.
don't think it's like I don't think it's like he's a
different
godlike
level.
defender. I don't think it's
No,
like
he's
that
on-
much.
On a different level than Tyler Hero.
He is on a different
Yes.
level than Tyler. Then
Offensively,
yeah,
are they on a different level?
I think Hero's a better offensive
By
player.
How much?
Clears?
That's different.
Clears?
Not clear.
Not clears. Not clears.
The next level. The next level.
Because like you're acting like I put like someone like Tyler Hero number 2, DeJounte number 10. Like
I'm not. I'm
I,
just saying
I said there's
close though. That's
no.
not-
I think
my-
that's okay. That's my thing though. It's just like
I'm
there's
trying to
there's
break it
certain things
down.
that I
That's why
like
it
more
isn't.
personally. That's it.
He's not
That's
gonna
why.
budge.
Yeah.
Real
That's
nice.
not.
He's not
That's
gonna
not.
budge.
Yeah, you get
We obviously disagree on this, but he's not gonna budge, so we got to keep it moving. We got to see who else he has above DeJounte Murray and then Tyler Hero. My number 10, I got Josh Giddey at number 10. I don't know if any of you even had him on his
Hell
list,
no.
He was on
but
the list. I don't know.
he's very underrated because he's not a flashy player, he's not a scorer, but I think he's a winning player. And you all probably know about this since I rave about Tyrese. I love players who could do everything and don't need the ball in their hands. He could play make as a point guard. His shooting is not the greatest, but he's leveled up his floater game, his mid-range scoring. He's a really good defender, good secondary playmaker. He's just a high IQ player too. So
He's better than Maxey.
yes, because of the fact that he can defend very well. And I know, again, the offense isn't crazy, but I value players who don't have to have the ball in their hands. They don't have to score to be effective. I'm not just looking at the scoring numbers. And he can, he's had high scoring games too. He's had triple doubles. He can rebound the ball well for his size. You could really plug him in anywhere, I think, and he could be effective. So
I don't think that's fair to Maxey because if you really think about it, Giddey hasn't been put in a position to any pressure to really do much. Like,
What
set like a standard to be like this,
But
right?
what is-
certain
yeah,
level,
like-
but like either way, he has like a kind of a set role, and he like.
what does
it's
that got
kinda
to
hard
do with
put in words,
anything,
like-
though?
Like he's a support role, is what you're saying. He's not like
like he's not doing as much as.
Yeah. When Giddy's the number one option, you can't really like focus
can't
on
be a number
because
one
I
option,
really
but-
because I really do like Giddy. Like he's one of my favorite players actually. But like
Tyrese
once
has shown us more
he's
than
giving
Giddey
like
has.
offensive pressure, he is not very good. Like you can leave him open when he's shooting. Kind of that's how bad he is of a shooter. But like and especially in my logic for if you're top 10 in a position, you have to be at least like perennial all-star level. Or like you could potentially on a very good year make the all-star team. And I think all the people on this list can make claims for that over Giddy.
I understand. I
I
like
put
that.
Tyler Hero over Giddey too.
I think when it comes to potential, I think Giddey will be, but I don't
I think he'll get there. Yeah, when he gets
I
his
think
money.
just because
When he
how
get-
many people
when he
there
gets
are
the
right
shot. When he gets the
Yeah.
shot.
Bro,
I feel
but
like
his
because
team
of
is
how
too
many people are there
stacked for
right
him
now,
to
he's
even
not-
like
I mean,
make
he's
an
not.
all-star.
He's not a completely terrible.
He's not.
I mean, and I don't like the thing you said about pressure and high pressure. That doesn't factor into whether the player is good or not.
There's
Like,
also like only one basketball on the court too, and he's limited to what he can do because
Who?
of the players that he has on his team.
Who?
Chet, J-Dub, SGA,
But
all
hasn't
these
played
guys,
yet.
all these guys are
Shea.
gonna get like
People need the
I
ball
think
in their
more
hands.
offensive.
you're saying
roles.
he's limited to what he can do. What do you mean?
Like,
Well,
in terms of how much he can
Output,
usage rate,
or
basically,
as
how
output
much
or
he can
whatever?
really, like,
he
do
doesn't need to have a high
usage-wise.
usage rate. That's the beauty of him as a player. He
I don't
can
think he
play
can.
off the ball. He
That
can
means his stuff
he can
is
be a
kind of-
secondary playmaker. He can
He's not
he can
high
do all the
usage
little
rate.
things. He can be a defender. He can be a rebounder. Whatever you need him to do. Swiss Army knife type of player. That's the beauty about him. He doesn't have to have the ball all the
But-
time because you got Shea on the team who needs the ball more than him. You need Chet who needs the ball more than him, and that's why he's so good. Is because he doesn't demand the ball and he fits well around them. That's why I like
He's also
it.
like limited in what he could do because of that. So you can't really see a full sample size of what he can do. It's a small sample size.
are you talking about
Based
offensive
off
game
it.
only? Because he does everything else
No,
as
I'm
of right
talking
now.
about-
Yeah.
He can, offensively was.
But
what
I
I'm
don't need to
thinking
see more from
personally
him
right now.
offensively to say that he's good. Like he just has to do it at a higher. What he's doing now at a higher level. Like I want to see a little more points in the paint. I want to see his 3-point percentage raise a little bit. But I don't need to see him have the ball more for me to consider him a better player.
But it's
Klay
not fair to say, like-
Klay Thompson never has the ball in his hands, and we're saying he's one of the
He's
best
a
shooting
champion,
guards of
though.
all time.
He's not playing. OKC's
We're
playing
talking
at the
about
bottom of the
going
tier.
into the next like type of season.
You
Huh?
think
Okay.
OKC's gonna make the playoffs?
I do.
Whoa, what
they
is
have a
this?
chance.
Definitely not.
What are we talking
I don't
about?
think so. I
We're
don't
talking about
think
team
so.
success now, bro. We're not talking about team success
Yeah.
at
No,
all.
but he brought up Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson's whole thing is about team.
And then you brought a team
So you're
success.
saying Klay Thompson would only be good if he never won those championships, but had the same type of numbers career, he wouldn't be a Hall of Fame shooting guard.
I think he
The
would. be on a
propaganda
different team,
started-
but it's like the hypothetical.
So
If-
what
if-
the
if-
fuck
if-
does it matter about winning?
If Klay Thompson is their number one
I see
option,
what Hassan's
you
saying.
are a lottery team.
That's what you see. But I think it's
They
the
are.
greatest second option ever. Besides,
Nah, but I think,
Whoa,
okay,
whoa,
when it
what?
comes to Hudson's
Yeah,
point,
I
like
think
it's because what's his name is averaged 20 on the biggest stages for years on end. Is like,
No, that's
you know what I
fair.
mean? Like,
But
it's- so
I'm
it
just
is
making the
different
point
level.
that winning
By the way,
shouldn't
by the
change
way.
your ranking of the player.
I don't,
That's all.
yeah,
I get
I think individual
I
ability
do think
should be
that-
judged here.
No, but I do think pressure factors in because like Beal that year that he averaged 30 on the worst team, it's like when people average 30 on the worst team, they're just like,
no
you know,
guess.
like people like he's good, but people aren't gonna put him above somebody averaging 25 on the best team.
Yeah.
You get me? So
Well,
it's
he's
just
at
like-
number 10, not fucking 3. You know?
yeah,
No,
no,
but
but I'm
I'm
saying
like,
like
you're
since
not
these people are
having-
playing for something, like they have more on their back to even like it's some people crumble under that pressure. You
Yeah.
feel
No,
me?
it's
Like,
true.
so it makes a better player.
I
I,
mean-
would rank a player higher.
I see
if
what you're
they
saying.
can perform under that level of
I
pressure.
see what you're saying, but Josh Giddey just never had the opportunity. If he
Yeah,
if
no,
he
I
gets
agree
to
with
that
that, like-
situation and folds under the
That's
pressure,
why it's just
then
his
I
third
gotta
season,
rank him
that's
lower.
why.
Since
He's
he
going-
hasn't
he's
had
going
the
into his third
opportunity,
season.
You can't really rank him at 10. You have to rank like.
Well, it's not. It's
People
not
like
I don't
Hero
think.
and
I
stuff.
don't
have
think
a
those
question,
other
though.
guys have like excelled in those situations necessarily either.
I think Tyler has.
I have a question.
I mean,
for the
he
thing after
didn't
this.
play all the last season. He had one bad playoff run, and yet he did have
This is
that
from last
bubble
season.
situation. But he was also a super young player. You know, the conditions were different. I'm not going to take that and say automatically that makes him better than Josh Giddey.
And when it comes to Murray, like Murray hasn't really played on huge stages either. But it's like Murray is just currently better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why
I think,
like
yeah, but
when
like-
they both haven't done shit like when it comes to pressure, like I'm still gonna pick Murray because Murray I feel like is currently a better all around player. But I think that Josh Giddey has the potential to be better all around than.
Well,
Dejounte
Murray's.
Murray.
I rank Murray above Josh
Yeah,
Giddey. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think.
I have a,
Me
can I ask a
personally, I
question
don't
first?
think. Hold up,
Yeah.
let me get this off. I don't think Giddey's gonna have that particular chance to maybe shine, but it'd be as a role player because of
That's
first
cool.
off,
Yeah, I mean,
how
it's
OKC
fine.
has like 30 freaking picks. They already have Chet playing
Nah, they're
next
gonna
year.
trade him.
and the
They're
way
Those
that
picks
they-
aren't players.
They're
yet.
gonna
Yeah,
trade.
so
They're gonna trade.
What
for
are they
Jackson
gonna trade for?
Yeah.
A good player, right?
Yeah.
That's probably better than what's his name? Giddey.
They probably won't trade Giddey. They'll trade someone
No.
to play with Giddey.
I'm talking about the picks. You'll trade the picks for a player that's probably better than Giddey.
Yeah,
because
but
where
again,
the picks might land.
he's the type of guy that it doesn't matter. You could add ball handlers, you can add shooters, you can add
But,
point
I mean,
guards,
you're so
centers.
limited with how many people play above you. You can't like really reach top 10 status
I,
because obviously the role and the position that they put you in matters to like reach a certain
well,
level of
Draymond
success.
Green is a top. Let's just say Draymond Green. He's a top 10 power forward. He doesn't score for shit. He has a triple fucking single, and we can consider him a
You
Hall of
Giddey
Famer, all time
same-
great.
you
Hall of
Giddey
Fame
the same way,
intangibles.
though?
Ben Simmons was an All NBA defender, one of the best up and coming players in the league. He's averaging fucking 14 points a game. So why can't Josh Giddey be a top 10 shooting guard under the same condition?
Josh Giddey's Ben Simmons though provides what Ben Simmons
Bro,
did.
I'm not
He
saying
was
he's
a
that.
Hall-
I'm
like,
not saying he's
that's
that
fine.
level, but he's that
Same with
that
Draymond.
mold of player that you don't have to give him the ball. He's a good defender. He's a good playmaker. He's a smart player. He'll get you rebounds, assists. Yeah, he's not on the level of Draymond,
That's
but he's
why.
that molded player.
That's why I wouldn't have him.
I
And
think-
that's why he's not number fucking 3
I
like
think-
Draymond. He's number 10.
I think in this regard, what Hassan's trying to say is when there's so many people on this specific team that are okay. Let's say going into next season, Giddey's gonna have to. Do you think he's gonna be behind the 3 players you mentioned? Chet,
Well, I'm
Jacob,
ranking
and-
shooting guards, not
shooting.
Thunder
I know,
players.
but no, I'm talking about like. Let me like finish it first.
The team, that-
So like, think about it like this. Giddey on his team is gonna be like the 4th best player, right? I know he's a shooting guard. Just let me
Okay,
finish.
all right.
So all the other guys that are on the list
Well,
are like
I wouldn't say he'd be the 4th best player. He'd just be the 4th scoring option.
4th scoring option. True. And also going into next season, is he gonna do better or worse than his last season without Chet even being a factor? What do you think first?
I mean,
I wanna hear
what do
your
you
opinion.
consider better? Like, I don't see him.
I don't care
jumping up
about
to-
points. I don't care about. I'm
Better
talking about.
player.
Let's say he
better.
helps the team win
he's gonna
and
be
he
better.
defends. He
I would
passes.
say his shooting percentage should go up. He should maybe average some more assists, more rebounds, be more efficient overall. That's what I consider him getting better.
And do you think like him playing better is gonna? I'm not trying to like diss Giddey or anything. Do you think it, like him playing better as a team like player
Yeah, like-
will help him get like I guess like what I want to say is like all-star status or perennial level? Because right now I don't think he's
Well,
there.
I don't think no, but I also don't think Maxey nor Hero will be perennial all stars either. So that's
Yeah.
why I put him in that. They're like around the
think
same
Hero's
level
in.
of player. They're just different styles of player, and I value what Giddey gives me more than what Hero and because I think what Hero and Maxey give me is super replaceable. I can get guys like Emmanuel quickly do similar type of things, Malik Monk. So that's why I just value what Giddey gives me more than
know.
Maxey.
I don't
and
know,
Hero.
like especially the whole thing, like in a playoff game. You know, like in a playoff game, no. But I'm just saying, like in a playoff game, in a playoff series, where you need these guys to show up, you need the 20 points to put you over the edge. I don't know if Josh Giddey can provide like that.
It's like especially in playoff scenarios, the
He'll
game's
give
like
you the other
different.
stuff though. He'll give you the.
He will give you the other
Draymond
stuff,
will
but
give it,
like saying like one of your guys is having an off night and we need to show up offensively. Tyler Hero will do that for you. Tyrese
That's
Maxey
not,
will do
that's
that
not
for you.
Giddey's job though. Like they're never gonna ask him
Yeah,
to
but
do
like
that.
that makes the other person the better player if you can rely on that guy
Plus,
more.
I don't think he's gonna reach those levels of like Ben Simmons or Draymond.
I think he can. I think he really has high
Really.
potential.
Maybe, and, like,
His utility is going to be
maybe-
very crucial,
maybe,
like going forward, like
I mean,
now.
and-
I think he
maybe
could
a Chris
potentially
Paul
average
type
a
of
triple
thing.
double.
I think
Like
Chris
that's how
Paul
good I
would be
think he
like
Yeah,
is.
he
his
could.
cap. Chris Paul's really good at his cap, but I'm saying
He's
like,
a unique
that's what
player.
Giddey
I
can
don't
do.
know. He's very.
What do you mean?
unique.
That's what Chris Paul's
It's just his
MVP.
offensive
Yeah,
bag
Chris
is a little
Paul-
He's
lagging.
Hall of
literally
Famer.
he didn't win MVP,
No,
but he was
he's a Hall
MVP
of
level
Famer.
player.
He's a
Hall of
multiple
Famer.
time All-Star,
At his
like-
peak, he was like number
So
2
you
or
can
3 in
run the
MVP
offense,
voting.
but-
It's just
See,
only
like with SGA there, it's kind of hard, you know.
But that's what I'm saying.
It won't
like,
happen
they're
with
never
him
gonna
there.
ask him. They're never gonna ask him to score 40 like
I'm
Tyler
just
Hero.
talking about,
Damn,
like,
bro, he's still
in
on number
terms
10.
of Controlling the, yeah, I know.
It's
This
crazy.
is like in terms of like controlling the pace.
He's been 15
Yeah,
minutes.
I do feel like
It'll make it 10. I
because
think it'll
we're
slow
gonna
down, like,
as it
you
goes
go
to
up.
number 1, we're gonna have very similar picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why.
10 was
That's
crazy,
why.
'cause
That's
you had
why.
freaking Tyler Hero over DeJounte, and then Giddey's out of nowhere too.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I said. I said 9, 10, and my honorable mentions, like they're interchangeable for me. There's
the
just certain
content
things I
going.
like personally more.
Once we get top 8, I
Yeah,
think it
like-
like
yeah,
starts leveling
as
out.
soon as it gets to
Maxey
8,
over Giddey, I'm not like,
think
oh
he's
my
pretty
god.
good.
yeah, as soon as you get to 8, we're gonna be pretty similar.
At 10, I have DeJounte Murray.
Okay.
Because
sir,
of
yes,
what
sir.
everybody else already
All right,
said.
yeah, move on. Let's go
sir.
to Gabe's
Yeah.
number 10.
At number 10, I have Tyrese Maxey. But I talked about Maxey a little bit in regards like to earlier like comparisons. I think what Beth said earlier about the like utility role that Maxey provides. You don't always need the ball in your hands.
Giddey provides that.
You said also Max, like type of player.
No, you
Well, I just
you
said he's
Maxey
that
and Hero
level.
were
Yeah.
similar.
I think what Maxey has done.
Yeah, I said Maxey and Hero were similar.
They are.
I think what Maxey has so far done in his like role, and he's not even like top 3 as well, or he's third. Sorry, he's third, whatever tertiary score with Tobias in his playoff success, and he could shoot extremely well. He could like he's off the dribble, he's very good. He could also pass like a lot of things. I think Maxey can all do what he does, and he like in like the next 10 years, I swear. And I think he's gonna be.
Mention his 43%.
Oh yeah, also Tyrese Maxey does have a 43% 3-point percentage on the season. So
That's what I was talking about.
name me someone who has better than that right now, and I'll talk.
That's what I,
This has to be on my list.
that kind of segues to me because I have Maxey as number 9 for me.
Bro, you're skipping the line.
Yeah, well, we got
No, because like
Segueing,
because I
bro.
don't want to
I'm
just talk
segueing.
about the same things again because we just brought up Maxey.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine.
So that's what makes kind of more sense.
Yeah, you just
So
add on
I'm
to it.
a very slightly over Tyler Hero, mostly because of the percentage thing, and he's the third option on his team. Tyler Hero's the second scoring option on his team, and Maxey's a little more impressive in what he's doing, and I think he's a slightly better, well, not slightly, he's a better defender than Tyler Hero is. So I think eventually, if say Harden left the team and Max would have to take on the number 2 role, I think he can put up those like Mikal Bridges like 23 or whatever points per game, or whatever. It's just him and Embiid are carrying the offensive load. Maybe Tobias Harris, like Omari said, he always won't get his 20, but I think he'll
Except for
edge
the
himself
playoffs.
out to be like one of the best young players in the league. He already is, but I think he'll like that perennial all-star level, where maybe it'll just take him a little bit more to get him to that type of player. So
I think
that's
that
my
nigga ass.
That's
Can
my
I,
number
can I
9.
say my 9 since I want you to go
No,
back this
because
way?
I don't, because since Hassan has DeJounte Murray at 10,
Yeah,
and
I know you don't have DeJounte at
Well,
nine.
and I know who he has above DeJounte Murray.
Well,
so
speaking of
we're gonna
DeJounte,
speak
I have
when
him
we
at
get to
9. I
Hassan.
think he's a little bit better than Maxey. Like, just and Tyler Hero. I don't have Tyler Hero on my list going forward, but I can see what everyone's points were. But I have DeJounte at number 9 for the same reasons you guys gave.
Respect that.
I think he just like he's like the same type of player, like caliber, but like his utility is like okay. He's been an all-star, right?
That's what I'm
DeJounte.
saying. He's an all-star.
He's been an all-star.
And that's just
And- and-
Reserve.
So far-
It doesn't say that on Basketball Reference. It just says All-Star.
He was
Just says one
reserve.
time.
Someone got hurt.
Regardless, because I remember I'm like he's been
We
an
don't
all-star.
remember.
I'm like,
Bird
he-
box.
like,
I
I know he's on
remember-
the Spurs, but
Who got
he's been an all-star, so I gotta appreciate like this man's been an all-star. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly, yeah.
So I put him above everyone else who's like not been an all-star.
Julius
pretty much.
Randle's an all-star.
I got
Who this man has-
the top 10 power forward.
I got I also got DeJounte at number 9.
Oh, wait up. You skipped me.
It don't matter. You have the same player.
I just-
Yeah, if you're gonna
Who
say
you
the
got?
same talking points.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to add on. He's a steals champion, one of the best defenders in the league, former All-Star. Was kind of holding it down for the Spurs. I know they didn't really do much, but they at least made the play-in with him as their best player, so it's something. But yeah, we kind of touched on all the points about DeJounte. I kind of already argued my point for him, but yeah, DeJounte, and he might have a bounce-back season. He kind of didn't mesh well with Trey, but with Quinn Snyder, basically a whole season under their belts, maybe he'll bounce back to that All-Star level.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to take a back seat
that
on
I
that
wanted
team.
to say as to why I had him at my number 10 is because I don't think he can be very well as a number 2 on a team because of what the skill set he provides. I think he needs the ball in his hands to be effective, offensively at least. And then he doesn't really move around.
Well, on the Hawks
basketball.
specifically, it's just kind of bad
It's
with
kinda
Trey.
It's
tough, yeah,
it's 2 point
especially
guards.
with
It's
all-
literally
because
2 point
Trey
guards.
doesn't
Like he would be
move up
much
the
better
ball
with
either.
Joel or something. Like
Yeah, like if he was the number
he
2
needs-
option, but he was the
But based on
point guard,
what
he'd
we
be
saw
doing a lot better.
next season,
That's
I think
fair.
I have to
I think that
have
too.
him at 9 or 10 because of
yeah,
that.
that's fair. No, that's why I couldn't put him.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Wait, so who do you have at 9?
So my 9 is Klay Thompson.
Boo!
himself.
Boo!
Not even on my list. I
PSA,
never consider him.
Public service announcement.
I don't like that.
I have Tyler Hero. This one
crazy.
Hussein
Yeah,
Thompson.
Klay Thompson is better than Tyler Hero.
Public service announcement.
Yeah,
Some
9,
propaganda is about to be spread on Klay Thompson.
Oh my god.
I actually
Warriors
I have to
probably.
look up some facts because you said you didn't have Klay on your list. I'm like, okay,
I
now
don't have him on my list either.
let me get prepared for this. Klay Thompson last year had a 50-point game and multiple 40-point games. Without Klay Thompson, 2 years ago, that's hard. He has the most 3-pointers made in the entire NBA last season, compared to everyone. Compared to your guy Tyler Hero and Tyrese Maxey.
Alright.
What else do I have?
He sucks on defense now.
Yeah. What?
What else?
Yeah, what else? What else we got?
He
The
averaged
bag is
22
empty.
this season. He averaged 22 this season. He's the top 5 greatest shooter of all time. That's not going to change going.
Okay,
into next
legacy's
season.
not gonna
That's-
help.
You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Legacy comments
You
are
did let me
crazy.
finish my sentence. That's not going to change going into next season. He's still going to be him and Steph are going to be the top 2 shooters in the league. Am I wrong?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who's going to beat him?
Dame.
Victor Oladipo? No, wait, Dame.
No,
okay,
Dame,
Dame's
yeah, okay,
arguably
okay,
Dame.
okay. See,
But
okay.
he's not going to be. He's not even on.
Desmond
board until
Bane.
Williams- Desmond Bane. So then,
Hey, man.
what else do I have to say about Klay Thompson? Oh yeah, the year he was hurt, the Golden State Warriors didn't make the playoffs. The year he comes back, they win the championship because of him and Jordan Poole.
Yeah, right.
Side note, they won the championship. And then last year he didn't have any off-season work because of the ACL stuff. He was scared to get into the gym. So this year he played terrible in the playoffs against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Dog water. That's why he's at number 9 right now. But going
That's why
into
he off
next
the
year, I
list.
feel like he's gonna get a good set going. Steve Kerr called him out on one of a podcast, I think, or a press conference. So I think he's going to take it more seriously, and I think Golden State's going to be better because of him next season. He's going to be better than he was this season. So
Yeah.
have him at 9,
Hey, can you remind me what was his best game in the Lakers series?
like 17 or something like that. No, I think he actually had a 20-point game.
Bro, like he gets bodied.
He had
Like
one good game.
he literally
Yeah,
got
like
slapped
30
on the back
I
of
don't
his head and
remember
dunked
him
on,
having-
bro.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like,
maybe
yeah,
he
one
did.
good game.
My bad.
He did. He maybe that one game he
But
won.
nah, dude.
Like,
It's
like
like when
Tari
it comes,
Eason disrespected this
when
guy.
it comes to
man.
Clay, when it comes to Clay, like
Oh, I remember the point you didn't make.
yeah.
Exactly. Like he gets bodied and throws the 4 up, bro. Like
I just
let
think
your let your
he's
game
on
talk.
the
32,
decline.
that's why he's at 9 also.
He said I got to lower him for that.
He's an amazing shooter, but I think he's on the decline.
Of course.
Because I mean he's getting older and he's coming off those injuries, and I don't think that even like it's one thing to get his legs back under him for his shooting, but defensively, like he's not Klay Thompson, the defender, like he used to be. Like he used to be almost guard your best player sometimes, you know, like
Yeah.
and right now he's not even like he's has to be hitting like Steph almost. Like so it's
his shot selection too has been pretty
it's
bad
been pretty,
because
like he
his
just
body.
tries to, if he's not doing well, he tries to like force himself to get going.
Yeah.
And since I feel like since he had those years of like not having reps, I don't think that he has that ability to just shoot himself out that slump like he used to.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
a counter argument would be that, like, how much all he does is move around and shoot. Like, really, that's all you have to get conditioned
Yeah.
for. So, like, age might not be as big of a factor as someone like James Harden, where you have to go between the back.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's exhausting fucking running
Yeah.
around all those screens.
It
Too.
is.
And
But-
their system as alone is probably exhausting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
But he's been doing it for so long, like his stamina levels are going to be at a certain level already. So.
Yeah.
Well, I got CJ at 9.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. CJ on the list.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, one, I like CJ, he's been mad consistent, and he averaged like, what, let's see.
I think he had a down.
He
year.
averaged
Yeah,
20.
terrible.
He had a down year, but he averaged 24 and 5. 21, 4
Yeah,
and
it's
5.
not terrible, but it was definitely
It's not
a
terrible.
bad
It was
year.
down, but he still has proven to be one of the more consistent players. And I think that he'll play better next year, especially if they get their full team back. Because he had to take a lot of PG work. Like he's been playing point guard a lot.
Still will this year, too.
He still will, but like he'll have like
I
if Zion
actually
were to
disagree.
come back, like they'll have more. He'll have
Continuity.
less. Yeah, he'll have less like responsibility. Like he wasn't used to doing that shit on point.
Yeah, I think his role will be
like,
diminished
Yeah.
next year.
But it's like it's
and
the-
not only
it's
because
the
of Zion,
difference
but
of,
the other
like,
young players they got, like Dyson Daniels will probably get more minutes, and he's a point
But
guard.
he won't
But
take
it's,
CJ's
it's,
spot,
but it's
I
the
guess.
difference,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
but it's the
he doesn't
difference,
take
like,
spot, but he gets some minutes.
you
and
don't got
that's
the
point
clout
guard
for
play.
it.
But
Jose
CJ's not a
Alvarado,
natural
like-
point guard. This is my point. Like
Definitely
he
not.
wasn't when he was on Trailblazers. He was a shooting guard,
Yeah.
and he excelled because he was doing what he was saying Clay does. Like
Score.
he didn't need,
Job.
yeah, Dame was handling the ball, and then he would give it to what's his name. He would spot up, shoot, get to his spot, shoot. You know, like
No,
but then
yeah,
on
he
the
can play
Pelicans,
make, but he's not your
had to
guard.
like. Especially this year, he's had to fucking handle the ball way more. So I
just-
feel like that contributed to him having a shooting slump down year.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like if they get, like you said, they have like a new young point guard, and if they get Zion back, he'll have less of that responsibility to handle the ball, and he'll be able to go back to just being a 2 guard,
That's fair.
spot up and shoot,
I
and
think
be more
uh,
efficient. you
I
know?
think
Yeah,
he
I
could
have
be more
nothing wrong with
efficient, but I think his numbers will go down. Like I don't see him averaging over 20 next year. He could be better in terms of efficiency, like just being smarter with the ball. Like he could have a better season in that sense. But I just don't think we've already seen what he could do as a second option. That you're not really going to do much with that, especially he's going on 32 years old. Like they're gonna ask less of him.
It's not even that old.
Yeah, 32 is not
but
good.
he's on the
it's
he's
not
on the
worth- it's
decline.
not worth
He's not getting
mentioning.
any better. As all
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying.
know what he is.
Yeah, like he's not gonna change his play style or anything like that. I mean, maybe we never know. There's some
Yeah.
players that
I mean,
happen to, but
I'm not mad that you have him at 9 based on what you said. I
Yeah.
just don't agree.
Those
with
are all
that.
valid reasons, yeah.
valid, so can't hate on that. Wait, you got 8. Omari, go to 8.
yeah, you can just
Oh,
go to
you
I
guys
eight.
already
already
did
I
that?
already said my 9,
All
yeah.
right, so 8, I got Bane.
Desmond Bain.
Young Desi.
Interesting.
I got Desmond Bain at number 8 too, baby.
I got Desmond Bain at number 8 too,
Let's
baby.
go.
I think I
Desmond
got
Bain.
8 too.
Yes, sir.
Let me check.
That's what we all got Desmond Bain.
got
Hold
two.
up, hold
No,
up,
I
hold
don't.
up, hold up.
I don't.
I got this man at number 8
I want to be a
I
top.
don't know what this nigga talking about.
The guest,
too. Where's the list?
tripping, bro.
Where's the
The
list?
guest is
Tyler
tripping.
Tyler Hero. Who's
Nah,
next,
man.
man? I want to know.
So
Okay.
for Desmond Bain, like
Let's
Yeah,
you know,
let's
he's
Desmond Bain.
And everyone said
and then we'll go to
he went real crazy. He went real crazy last year. He keeps improving every single year. He averaged like what did he average last year? 23, 24?
Remember we were talking about the beginning of the
Yeah,
season,
like-
could he be an all-star? And he started the
Yeah.
year off super hot, and
Yeah,
Hustle
I
was
was
like,
like-
shiver me timbers.
Like
man."
30 point per
I was
game
saying
level,
that,
bro.
you know,
He's great.
25,
He
on
started the
this team.
season
And
averaging
he
like
got better.
25,
I'm
yeah.
wrong.
And
It's
so-
another-
No,
I'll
you're
take
good.
it.
It's not even
I'll
L.
take it.
It's not even
No,
L.
I was
but-
going hard for it, so I'll take
Okay,
that.
okay.
But
He needed the bait.
he has one of the best shooting percentages in the entire league when it comes to threes. He's a good defender. He got
For
the
his
tiny ass
size,
arms,
yeah.
but he's good. I don't know
Tiny.
how he does it.
But you have to
but-
get the arms
He-
right.
he-
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
that
No,
dude's
stocky,
he's a
stocky.
linebacker, bro.
So I think
The release
that,
is quicker because you don't got to follow through as
and
much.
It's true.
And just in the trajectory of him getting better every single year, I feel like he's gonna have an even better year, especially with Ja being out so many
They're
games.
gonna lean heavily on him.
He's
for
gonna be really
He
good
might
next
even
year.
go to 25, 26
I mean,
next year.
all-star.
Yeah, like if he especially if he keeps that team afloat.
When,
Yeah.
and
I
when
think
Ja
he'll
gets
get a lot
back,
of
if he's
credit,
still
yeah.
continuing to go off.
Let me ask you guys this, though. Do you think JJJ's better than him?
No.
No,
As an all-around
He's a
player,
deep
yes.
as an overall
Yes, yes,
player,
yes, yes,
bro.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
Yes,
you
he
got to
is.
give it to him when it
He's
comes
an
to
all-star,
but-
too.
Because
yeah.
Jaron Jackson's still a really good scorer.
And his offense
Like,
is good.
He's,
I feel like
he's a good
when you
scorer,
watch
I
the
don't
games,
know.
like once playoffs comes, Like, who's more important against the Lakers? Desmond Bain or
No,
JJJ?
Jaren Jackson.
Jaren
Jaren
Jackson.
He
Jackson.
had to be in Anthony Davis's
I've
way.
seen Desmond Bain,
But
like,
that's what I'm
drop
saying.
30s,
If Jaren
40s.
Jackson wasn't getting abused, they
That's
probably win the
a
series.
hard job. That's a very hard job to
Okay,
do.
but I feel
True,
like
but it's an AD. Like, not many
Yeah.
people could guard AD, period.
he's gonna be there next year though. Like, and Desmond Bain has more impact on the basketball game than JJJ.
No,
So
I
like
don't
Jaren
think-
Jackson's young. I'm pretty sure Jaren Jackson's still
I'll
younger.
give you the JJJ point, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Wait, how old
Desmond
is
Bain's
he?
more consistent at what he does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
too.
younger than
That's
Bain.
I'm just
That's
saying.
why he has more
I'm just
impact.
saying. I
Bain
think
spent some
Jaren's
time in
more
college.
important, but it's just he doesn't
That's
always
consistent.
perform up to the like importance level. You know what I mean?
And that's
But-
gonna when it matters because this team now, like
What is this thing's age?
we always say, that,
23.
like they're young, they're coming up, but
Sure,
now
Bain is like 24.
going into next year, we should like know that they're solidified as who they are, and we should keep them at a certain standard rather than saying, oh, this is where they're supposed to be at. Now we should say, oh, this is the championship team. After they have enough experience now to hold them to that standard.
Right.
And we're saying, so like if JJJ doesn't perform, is he really him or is Desmond Bain better than him at that point going into next season?
We'll see, bro.
we got to see. I mean,
Yeah.
whoever has the better year, obviously. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It could be JJJ. It could be Desmond Bain. We got to see. But
I think they're close as in player term wise. Like they both give like Bane is better offensively, and one's a depoy, right?
yeah.
You get like without Bane, like you were said in the Lakers series, without Bane dropping 30 or 40,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That series also is very tough. But without Jaren's defense, containing, obviously you didn't like what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the thing is with Jaren, like it's harder to find a big that's a good rim protector than a shooter. You know, that's the only reason I say.
You went
it's
to
more
the
important.
Lakers game live. You saw Desmond Bain cook the way that he did. Like
I gotta bring that up. Yeah, he dropped 40.
it's
So
different
what?
when you watch it on TV and you watch
Did
it
we not
live,
win
like,
the
it's
game?
We won that game.
Yeah,
Went to
so-
OT.
That boy nice.
Remember Bron did that and went on Dylan Bro? I'm not here. I'm kidding.
That boy
I'm
nice.
just saying, like in terms of impact, like watching the game.
Obviously,
in person, like,
watching the
kinda
guy score 40 is worse than the guy defending AD. I'm gonna be honest, dead ass, like I'm gonna be dead ass, like watching the guy score 40 is worse than
I'm
but
saying your
to
perspective
your
would be
point,
different. watching
obviously
it.
I was pissed.
No, but Jaren was really important. He was still playing really good defensively in that
More
series,
rare to
and he
find,
scored.
too.
He was scoring pretty well in that series
Yeah.
too. Like he couldn't really do much.
Oh, wait a
with
second.
He had the
Ja
one game
being
in
hurt and
Memphis
whatnot.
where he
Yeah, like-
cooked AD. He
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
put back dunked on
Yeah.
his shit.
That was
He
crazy.
was going
Yeah,
off.
but all I have to say about Memphis, and we'll probably get more into it when we have like our rankings, is we have to hold them to a higher standard now. And they've been second seed for what?
Yeah.
They're
3 years
consistent
now?
playoff
Yeah, as a
watch,
team
bro.
overall for
As a
sure.
team,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Then we have to hold their players to a certain standard now too.
Now they got
for
Marcus
playoffs.
Smart, some winning players in there. Now it's gonna be
Yeah.
for sure on them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna I'm gonna tell you all right now.
D-Rose.
No, I'm gonna tell you all right now. I just made a revision on my list
Oh,
because
now-
no, a name that was on the list isn't supposed to be there because of the position kind of
Okay,
thing.
that's fine.
So now because of
So
because
what changed with that? Did anything previously change? Like,
no, it would have been Bane actually.
Okay.
because I'll just say it now. I had Harden on my list.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Yeah,
You got him
yeah.
at 8?
No, I didn't have him that low. Just the people.
Just
I'm
made
moving.
him.
I'm moving.
Get him.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I have to scrap the names so people's names move
That's
down.
an awesome blue gasket.
So it would have been Bane. Yeah.
Harden.
How could you say that?
Alright,
Okay.
So what? Who's 8 now? Who's 8?
Keep my
No, it
wife's
would've
name
been-
out your.
I said it would have been Bane. I had Bane over these guys.
Oh, so who's your
Who's
previous
your
one
eight,
though?
So who's
Oh,
9 and 10?
oh,
then?
who the guy was supposed? No, because I had Bane over Maxi Nero.
Yeah.
So Bane's your 8.
Yeah, Bane's my.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
hey. No, I had to change it because he was a.
Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, I got you.
No, but who you got previously?
So who's that kick out of the list?
Yeah.
then?
Because I kicked Harden out, but
Oh, okay. So
Harden was on the list.
kicked
Harden was
Harden
on the
rearranged
list.
it.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
rearranged
the-
it. No, because I had some honorable
He
mentions
just
and stuff, so I
swapped
switched
Harden
them.
for Bane and
I switched some
Screens
things up.
Changed the order.
Okay.
I switched some things up.
Alright.
Okay, so I'll say my number 7.
Yeah.
Alright, Mark, if you want to.
You want to give any take
Yeah,
on
we all
Desmond
said
Bane?
Bane.
or-
No, I mean I think he's a really good player for what it is. That's why I have him over these guys.
Alright, let's start with
Other guys.
Gabe this time, since Omari already said
Oh,
two.
for number 7?
Yeah, let's go number 7 here.
Stop, bro, you cut the man off.
Because we've already been on that side so many times already.
My number 7, I have Bradley
Who's the
Beal.
best
I also have
Me
Bradley
too.
Beal.
I have Bradley Beal at
That is
7.
a good one. That's a good
I
one.
have
You
Bradley
know,
Beal.
yeah,
I have Bradley Beal's number
You got
7.
Bradley Beal? Yeah, Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
Let's go.
Nice working
No,
with
I
you.
didn't.
Hassan down like 3.
I have Bradley
Okay.
Beal.
Hassan got that
All right,
down.
let's give
Bradley
our
Beal
collective
first, yeah.
Bradley Beal take, and then Hassan could
Yeah,
be the
you-
villain. For
I'll
this
just start
one.
real quick. I don't have much to say. I mean, like, in my opinion, Bradley Beal has obviously his legacy for 30-point per game season, whatever. We're past that, right? I'm not gonna bring that up. What he's gonna do now, he's gonna give a solid 20-point per game plus on an efficient team.
Well, next year's gonna be a point guard. This was his
Never
last
averaged.
year.
True,
of being
true.
a shooting
Booker's
guard.
definitely the
Plus,
point
he's
guard
never
on that
averaged
team.
30 points a game.
What? Who?
Exactly.
Brad.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah,
That was my step.
Yeah.
My buddy.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead. though.
Go ahead,
So
Bradley
going
Beal.
into next season, and Brad's gonna give you efficient 20 plus. He's also gonna facilitate, which is also helping his case more. I think he is still above, not by crazy amount, but he's still above Bane in my opinion right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, like simple.
Skill wise, I'm
Any
gonna put him there.
additions?
I think, Bradley Beal. I think he fits well in this third option. He was never. I mean, he did okay with John Wall, but that never amounted to nothing. We saw he was scoring 30 as the first option while he was looking great. The team wasn't. So I think him being this third option fits perfect with his role. It's like I know he's going to be the point guard, but the playmaking duties are probably realistically going to be between him and Booker, split up. So. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he does in this role. I don't know how much he's going to average with KD and Book on the team. Like, he could average 18 points because they got so much scoring.
Nah, I feel like he'll
But-
get his because the bench isn't that great, so they'll have to play some heavy.
Yeah,
minutes.
that might be true. But, yeah, I think the players above him are better because they have more of an impact and they're probably higher on the totem pole on their team's importance list. And so, I mean, he's a good player. Like, I know the contract is awful and we always roast him about that, but just looking at minus the contract, he's a good player, good playmaker, 3-level scorer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, shout out Bradley Beal. I can't say that much bad about him.
He shot 50% last year too.
Yeah,
so
he's
it's
a good player.
Not
He's just-
efficient. Yeah, so I
He's
feel
just
like
not top 5.
Most,
you know?
most people like their efficiency is gonna go up when when they have a lesser role if they're that good of a player. I
Right.
think he'll shoot even better.
50, 40, 90, hopefully
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, he could.
He might his points might go down, but
The cat.
points might go down, but
That's
his
almost
efficiency
fun.
is probably gonna go up. Plus, along with his assists too.
Yeah.
All right, so then I
Yeah.
have Zach LaVine at my number 7. The reason why I have Zach at number 7, I think we've already seen the best of Zach LaVine and what he can do offensively. I think he's the most he can do is shoot more efficiently going into next season. But rather than that, like
I disagree. But
I think he's
continue.
still going to be a second option. Like what solidified me being here. He's a good player. I think the other players I have on my list ahead of him are better, of course. But I think he's just capped at what he can do. DeRozan was the number 1 for the past 2 seasons, which, like going into it, we didn't think that was going to happen. DeRozan just had a really good season. And
Well, was he the
went that
number
way.
1 this last season, or you think
I
Zach
think he was
LaVine?
the number 1 this last
I think
it
it
was
was
Zach.
closer.
I
This
think-
last season it was
Yeah.
closer.
closer, but I
If
think
I
DeRozan
could
was
swing
still
it,
ahead
I'd
of him.
swing it towards DeRozan, but I can see the point.
DeRozan
with
was
Zach
still ahead
LaVine.
of him.
DeRozan got the All-Star nod too, so I mean, if you want to put it,
But that,
he
I don't know if
should've
that
As a
counts.
guard.
That's just a popularity contest.
DeRozan plays what was it power
Yeah,
forward?
he starts at power
Oh,
forward
yeah.
too. So
As a
that's-
guard, it's
That's
ridiculous.
fair, yeah. But
Talking about option on the team.
either way, I think what more can we see from Zach LaVine that we haven't already seen?
a lot actually.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
think.
wanna hear what you have to
yeah,
say.
when
I wanna hear what you have to
we'll
say.
see where he has Zach on his
Yeah.
list, and you can say why.
Well, I have-
but as for my reason as to why
Yeah.
I'm at 7, I don't think he's as good as the other players I have higher on my list, and I
Mhm.
think he's capped offensively. And defensively, you know where he is too. So
Well, I could jump in here because then I have Zach LaVine at 6. So.
6 as well, sir?
Yep, we all do.
We all do. We all do.
yeah.
We all do.
Good
Everything.
have a little
listener.
argument about this.
Yeah.
Can
so
I say a quick thing before you go on the long
Yeah,
thing?
go ahead.
I think whatever Hassan said is like true. I just think Zach is currently better than like Brad as of right now.
Mhm.
Like whatever you said is like I get what you're saying, but I think Zach is a better player than Bradley Beal.
I
Pretty
have
much.
Brad at 6, and I'll say why. As to why.
Oh, so you had it inverted like
Yeah,
us? Okay,
yeah.
okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, we think Zach LaVine's better. We have him ranked higher, but
Yeah.
I just don't agree with the point that you made about we've seen the best from Zach. Like the Bulls made the playoffs that one year, but I don't think we've truly seen him in a winning situation. I think if he gets to a real contender, he'll give more on the defensive side of the ball because I've seen glimpses of him being an okay defender. Like, yeah, he's not good
He's
at
a
all,
try, yeah.
but he tries in some situations. That year that they made the playoffs, I saw glimpses of that, him trying. He's athletic, so he has the capability to do something. But obviously, he's not,
Okay, but even if he does go on to like a winning situation, his role would be lessened because he was playing behind DeMar. Back to the point he was playing behind DeMar. If he goes to a championship level team, he's going to be playing behind somebody as well.
Well, yeah, he's still a second option. I think Bradley Beal's a second option too, right? Third
Yeah,
at
but
this
I think
point.
Brad can score at a higher clip than Beal on
Yeah.
levels.
I think Levine's actually a much better defender than Beal. That's one of my other
he
things
is a better
too.
defender.
I mean, it's like it's not night and day though. It's like
No, because
Yeah.
Levine's actually above league average when it comes to defensive stuff.
in terms of what offensive like rating.
Yeah, even when I was looking this stuff up too, because I was looking at like Levine to the Knicks trade rumors.
Yeah.
So I was reading up on how good of a defensive player he is, and he was actually really he did really well last year.
I don't think it's a big difference between Bradley
Because
and Levine
Beal's
to
not
the
like
point where you
Beal's
rank
not a
him.
traffic cone, but like Levine's a better defender than
That's
Beal.
why you ranked them differently, or
Yeah, I think they're very similar players. Like,
Yeah.
but I think Levine just edges out.
to your point, I feel like the way you think they are defensively, I see them as offensively. Like I think Bradley Beal can score.
She's in the
They
couch.
scored 2 different ways. Like Levine scores off his athleticism and puts himself in a better position to score athletically. He can shoot the 3-2 at a pretty good clip. But I feel like Bradley Beal, like I'm like a footwork guy, so maybe that's why I have the nod over him. But the way that Bradley puts himself in position.
Fell out the window.
Well, I thought the cat
His water fell out the window, bro. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna.
the way Brad put himself in a position to score, and he also averaged 30 for multiple seasons, and and Zach kind of
But
I
you
don't
can't
know.
say the legacy
Zach
remark,
averaged
bro.
27. It's not like he's far off.
I had 37 and 30.
Dude, averaging 30
3
like
points?
a couple years
Yeah.
ago, and like going into next season, like he's not gonna average close to 30. Like you
And he was
gotta
by
understand-
himself
If we're
when he was
going to next
averaging
season,
30.
I
Worst
still
team
think
in
Brad
the
will be
league.
better because
He was like the
Suns
Bugatti in the
are-
freaking trailer.
Zach LaVine ain't never been on the worst team in the league.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Bulls are pretty bad. So.
They are bad, but they're not,
Not
the worst.
the worst.
They aren't the
As
worst.
what the Wizards were.
There. But even going into next season,
She get out?
Why regional?
No, she didn't get out, but are you sure she's not behind us?
No, she's
like in there.
She's
She's in there.
I've seen her
In the
face.
couch.
I
I've seen
saw
her
it
face.
here too.
Yeah, well, she's chilling, bro. We'll be.
I'm just hoping she doesn't have to use her bathroom. That's why
Oh,
I put the
okay.
key with her.
I think she'd come out if she'd want to use the
I think
bathroom.
she was trying to come out. I don't know.
Wait, it's alright. I mean, she'll come out.
But yeah, in terms of impact, I think Bradley Beal will have a bigger impact next season than Zach LaVine will because they have championship expectations. And he's like, I guess he's supposed to be running the offense.
Bro,
I
who's the
don't
better
believe
player? Who cares about
it.
impact?
Bradley Beal.
You okay? That's what you think.
Yeah, I'm taking Levine.
But why say impact? Impact is like
Well,
play.
because we're saying into next season, then obviously he's a Phoenix Sun, not a Washington Wizard now. He's
Yeah,
not gonna be
one's on a
averaging 30
contending team. One is. What you're saying impact? Like what are you talking about?
in terms of his play.
Talk
Why
about
is his
him.
Impact winning, right?
Bro, what does winning have to do with the players though? We're talking about like at their
So
position.
everything a player has
At
to
their
do.
position.
Yeah.
She's in the
He's
couch.
better.
I don't get how you're ranking your list right now, bro.
I'm saying
Like
like.
it's like right here if you want to look.
No, I see her, but
Yeah, I think I'm right.
Alright, so what's your argument here?
Bro, I deadass think like I think you fully think Brad Beal's like I don't know how you think he's better like as a player
if
right
you want
now.
her to come out, just like play with
Offensively,
her paw.
I think he's a better scorer, and defensively, it's
Oh, there
not.
she is.
It's not different. Like the way that the defensively the tiers. They're on
You
the same
brought
tier.
up winning, like in impact of winning.
No,
in
I
like
know
a-
what he
in like a-
means.
in like
I
a-
know what he means, but
If
it's
you
not
wanted-
fair to
if you
say to
wanted to
Zach
say that.
because he's on a worse
Like, you
team.
can take that argument
It's
away. I
extremely.
still
Bro,
think he's
this
better.
list shouldn't even regard
Okay,
winning in any way.
You can take away winning out of your mind. I still think Bradley Beal is a better player. And offensively,
Okay,
Then I have
give
to
your
agree to
point.
disagree with you.
Let's just because we got
Yeah.
basically swapped lists. So give your point for Bradley Beal then.
Okay, I think why I kind of already said it. I think he's just a better scorer. The way he scores the basketball is better than Zach
Just leave it open a
LaVine.
little so she
And I don't think we've seen the best of Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't think we've seen the best of
Feed.
Brad.
Get out
Come
of
here,
here,
kitty.
Stop.
Special guest.
Stop hiding.
Hey, show her to the camera. We'll get some likes
Say
for
what's
this.
up. Make a TikTok out of
Say
it.
what's up to the ball. Don't
This
like
is the
it.
media mascot. Our new
Video
media
mascot. Video mascot. Shout out to Kitty.
Put him as a thumbnail, Mark.
We might get lots of clicks off that.
The animal niche kick in.
Put her to the mic.
Just ever say meow.
What do you think about Bradley Beal?
Say something.
She's trying to take
Say
some.
so. Say so.
She agrees with me. Saying nothing at all.
She knows Bradley Beal's worse than Zach LaVine.
Let's drag on this argument until he comes back, and then we'll move on to the next one. So Zach.
Levine at 6'2", so
Yeah. So I mean, I want to give a little more shout outs to Zach LaVine, just some pointers. Yeah, I think again, I think he needs to be put in a winning situation to really see what we can get out of him. I think he can do more than what he's shown. I think when you're not winning, you also tend to care less. Similar on a defense, I think sometimes offensively, he kind of defers to DeMar because he understands that, hey, this fool's about to hit 2 back-to-back game winners 2 weeks in a row. I kind of can chill on this. So, I don't know. I think Zach still has another level he can get to. I know he's
Really?
not, he's 27, 28 years old, but I still think in a better situation, we can see more from him.
What's that level? Yeah, get into more detail.
Dog, Zach, by the
Like-
way, talk about
I'm curious,
age-wise.
I'm curious as he-
No, I'm saying also talk about like
Well, just
going
winning.
into seeing.
He can do
Oh,
the same
winning.
thing, but just like Chris Middleton, right? We thought he was whatever, but until when he started winning with Giannis, we got more respect for him.
Also, if you want to take age to factor, someone's on 27, they're going up. Someone's 32, they're gonna.
Well, 27,
like,
he's not gonna get
Same
better.
level, yeah. I mean,
He's just
definitely-
gonna
He can get
stay
a
at
little
that.
better. He can get a little better,
Yeah.
but Brad, like, what realistically, he's not like
He's gonna do
a
the
GOAT
same
type
thing
of
as
player. He's not
Big
gonna get, but
He's
he's gonna be like,
plateaued, yeah.
he's
yeah,
gonna
I see.
plateau or get worse.
He already has plateaued.
He's
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, he's 32.
Yeah,
What was
that's
Harden?
32 and
Harden
33.
32 and 34.
But
He
Harden
got
is
worse.
different. Like the way they play
Nah,
basketball is
If
completely different.
Harden gets worse, like people are gonna get worse.
I
The
think
way he
people.
plays basketball is different than Harden. Harden is.
I'm just
strip
giving you.
off
I'm
usage.
giving you an example. Let me give you another
Can't
one.
give you that. That's a bad
Let me give you
example.
another example. Let me think of an NBA player that just started
Plays
getting
like
worse.
Bradley Beal. Yeah.
Started getting worse.
Every other player except like a top
Rudy
10 player.
Gobert. He started getting worse.
Ass.
I can say Rudy Gay from
I-
32
players
and
get
34
down.
got worse.
Players
You
play
believe me?
worse, but he's 32 years old.
Vince Carter, 32
So
and
when
34,
Steph was
he got
30,
worse.
when Steph was 32, you thought he was gonna get worse.
He's different though.
He's a top 5
He
player.
got better.
I just said
Motherfucker got
outside of like a top 10 player.
I still think what Bradley Beal does is not gonna get worse from 32 to 33. In my opinion.
No,
Plus,
yeah, he's not.
His
He's
role
not.
is gonna be like lessened from what it was in
Yeah.
Washington. So.